Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here too. So you saw that little thingy, that's what we're making. It is considered an envelope pocket belly band. It's for one of those swaps, in the Facebook group that I joined because, I like a little excitement every now and again. Not real often, just sometimes. So it's for a swap. And we had an inspirational video, a know-how, how-to video. So that information is in the description below. It's a link to Kathy's Garden video. So I have basically, I think it's a greeting card size envelope. It's on the smaller size. I should have measured. I probably did measure at some point, but I didn't write anything down. We've had a little excitement going on around there these days, so I'm not going to go back out there and measure on this stuff because I'm that way. Lazy. So we've got this really pretty yellow ochre-ish scrapbook paper. Don't know who it's by. If you were really hard pressed and really insisted I looked, I would be able to find out which paper pad it came from. IDK. Oh, I'm making two. One for me to keep for my records. I don't have any records, y'all. Well, I have a permanent record, but not, yeah. And one for the swap. Which one's going to be which? I don't know. I usually keep the one that has more bobos on it for myself, okay? So here I am. It's a 12 by 12, and I'm cutting it down to the edge of the envelope. I am not opening the envelope just yet, am I? Maybe I did. I don't know. Because you want the top part or the side, the knot flap, to be the opening. That's what makes your pockets. And I'm just going to wrap the scrapbook paper around. We are using Elmers Extreme Glue Stick because that's what Tanya McGuire gave me. That's what I'm using. And some of your pretty paper, you can use whatever kind of paper you want. This is actually, like a copy weight paper, printer paper weight, not a cardstock. I mean, we're layering it on an envelope, so it doesn't necessarily need to be cardstock weight. But you use what you want. You can use painting papers, whatever kind of papers you want, y'all. And it was fun. These were, relatively easy. And as you may know, envelopes are not always square. And either the envelope wasn't square or my cutting was off. But that's okay because we'll slice that off. Yeah, I didn't think I'd sliced it off yet, but we will. So we just wrapped that over and glued it off. And be careful on this because you don't want to open your envelope on the side. You want to open it on the top because it's going to be a top loading envelope or pocket. Excuse me, it's a pocket, y'all. Now it's a pocket. And yeah, you will see me flip flop with both of them. And yeah, I think one's a little taller than the other, but whatever. They're not going to be, they're the same, but they're different because it said so. So I've got these scraps. Isn't that what that is? I don't know. It's been a couple days, and like I said, we've had a little excitement. So let's wait and see what it is when it flips over. Oh, I think I'm working on the tag, and I'm using the scraps to adhere to a piece of cardstock because there's going to have a tag, so I want it to be sturdier than copy weight paper. So I've glued that on there, same thing, both times, pretty sure. It's going to be a tag. I know, I'm supposed to know what's going on, but I don't. And evidently I've got excess video in here. I'm probably measuring or answering the phone. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I've decided what height I needed. I was probably measuring. Because it is, basically a card size, small greeting card. And this is the other piece of scrapbook paper I'm going to use. And maybe this is going on the tag. I don't know, y'all. I should have watched my edited video before I started the voiceover, I guess. But why do that when we can keep things entertaining? So that was just a plain piece of white cardstock. What are we doing with that? Maybe this is the tag. I think this is the tag. What was I doing? Oh, I'm going to make, y'all. Oh, I'm trying to keep things exciting for you too. That previous on the cardstock, because I'm going to make tabs. I'm going to punch out some tabs. That's on the cardstock. Bless my heart. And this is also on the cardstock because it's a tag with a G, not a B. This is going to be the tag. And the other one's the tab. Yeah. No wonder people don't watch me. Yeah. Y'all do. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and allowing me to come into your lives like this. Thank you. Going to round the bottom corners. I should have looked to see what side I was rounding first, but evidently I didn't. And then the top one, we're going to put an angle cut, and I'm going to use the other little corner thing for that instead of just using the skizzers and guessing an angle, which you can do. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got some that have deep side angles and some that are little tiny ones like this. And I'm like, yeah, now what? So we're going to do some ink, and y'all got fancy on this. We inked all the edges, and some of them even got double inked with coffee colored archival, maybe some black soot, and pretty sure, not going to stake my life on it, but pretty sure there might be some scorched timber involved. So we're also going to do the belly band is going on the outside of the envelope, and we're currently working on the tag. So we're going to do a little stencil work with some distressed oxide, and I've got the, what is that, wilted lavender, I think it is, and we're going to do the brush. So, and it's haphazard, and that's exactly what I wanted, haphazard, just to add a little bit more interest to the back of the tag, and because some of it's, well, most of it's going to be covered up. Of course, the back side is available for journaling, should one happen to do that kind of thing. You know, or you could glue a picture on it, or you could more decorate it if you want to, or you could even put a pocket on it if you wanted to. Because I have a feeling tuck spots, little hidden tuck spots, may make an appearance. Actually, I know they do. I'm sure you know they do too. So it's like, okay, perfect. Yeah, here's the stuff. I've already pre-picked out stuff. It's ideaology ephemera bits. Those are some, the one little thing, which you haven't seen yet, is actually a little decorated, decorative paper envelope that my daughter had sent me some time back, and I'm finally getting around to using a couple of them because, you know, I hoard stuff because I'm that way. Well, when I find the need, I use it. And I have these washi stickers. They're from the Amazons. I've had them for a long time, so I would not be able to find a link. They look sort of like postage stamps, but obviously they're a lot bigger than postage stamps, y'all. And like I said, some ideaology ephemera bits. I don't know what I'm doing off screen. Oh, I'm getting the little box. I've done a little organizing now in the studio, so things are a little different. It takes me a minute. So I'm like, I need something else. So we got out these labels. And there is a list of ingredients in the description below the video, which is below Kathy's Garden link to her video, okay, which is the one that was our inspiration, how to do the project for the swap. Oh my gosh, words have now become hard. So we're just going to pick out some labels, and I'm trying to, there's some that's got the mimeograph color purple ink on them. Y'all remember that. Some of y'all remember that. Some of you have no idea what it's like to smell those things. Anyway, So that's what I was picking out. And they're both going to be the same. I know they got the same stuff, except the label's a little different. So it's, you know, they're not exact replicas, but sort of. So we're going to ink everything all up again. And I spare y'all some of that business because, you know, ink however you want to ink. And my coffee ink pad there is getting pretty scrungy. And like I said, I've straightened up just a little bit, and I can't find, because I keep those in a old empty medicine bottle because it's perfect size, and I don't know where I put it. I moved it. It fell. I don't know. Something. I'll have to find it because I still haven't found it, and it's been a few days ago. See, it's been a few days since I did the video, since I filmed it and then edited it, and now it's even a whole other day. So now we're going to mark for the corner. Don't worry, you won't be able to see it. It's going to be covered up for where I'm going to put that piece of ephemera, store-bought ephemera. And it's going to be a tuck spot. Oh, my glue. Goodness gracious. Daily battle, isn't it, y'all? Love that art glitter glue, though. And I'm going to call it my second favorite. Alien's Original Tacky Glue is the first. It will always hold a special place in my heart. Okay, here comes the washi sticker. Now, sometimes washi stickers can curl up, so I'm not taking the whole back off. I'm just going to take part of it, and I'm going to cut it off with the scissors. That way, it's still, everything's okay. It's not curling, and I'm going to put some glue on there because washi stickers by nature, I know you've heard me say this a gazillion times, or maybe not. Maybe it's your first time. By nature, washi is not a permanent tape. It was never designed to be a permanent tape, but we in the art and field love it. So I put glue on it. I'm like, I want that to stay there. So I put glue on it. And we burnished it down because that's what it did. And then we got our little stamps, and they're going to be a little tuck spot too. They do not, when I put them in the envelope, I didn't stick anything in there to go, hey, this is a tuck spot. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have, but I didn't. See, I was just showing you. See, it's a tuck spot. So maybe my swap partner will realize it. Or maybe they'll go, oh, they didn't glue this down, and they'll put some glue on it. I don't know. I decided I wanted a little piece of lace underneath the label. So I've got this particular lace. Would actually, you cut it in half, and now you got two pieces of lace, and we're going to glue that on there. And I thought, let's put some little ruffly parts to it. So we're getting out our Fabri-Tac Beacon 3-in-1, whatever kind it is. It's a little thick, so I have to let it run down to the top. Well, the nozzle, and we got to shake it around, got to squeeze it. Okay, and we're going to ruffle at the piece of lace. Got out a silicone, no, that's not a silicone brush, that's just a pokey tool. We're just going to use a pokey tool to squish it up, ruffle it, scrooch it, ruffle it. Hold it for a minute. Sticking to my fingers. Should have used a silicone brush. I moved those too. You know. Where are they? They're on the desk. They're on my lazy Susan. Susan's so lazy. Bless her heart. So putting glue on the back of the label and gluing the label on, which you can plainly see. Right? I'll put some weight on it because we have to wait on it while we do the other one. And I've sped this one up even more faster, but you get to see it because sometimes y'all are like, I want to see it. Because I don't know which one is the actual swap piece and which one isn't yet. Like I said, the one that has Bobos is the one I'm keeping. See how it kind of curled? Y'all know it. Now, the thing about the washi stickers is they are translucent. So, a lot of times, if you got a lot of stuff going on in the background, you're going to be able to see it through there. So, yeah, that. Gonna scrooge this one up too. The label, I think, on this one's a little shorter. They're not the exact same label because there wasn't two of them in there. There might have been, but I didn't examine the pack that hard. Anyway, here's the tabs. This is the one where we glued the copy weight scrapbook paper to a piece of cardstock, trimmed it down, basically the size to fit into our punch. It's a whale tail. It's not, I don't know that it's called a whale tail. It's not the Stampin' Up! One. It's the Amazon one. And I do not have a link, but I'm having an issue with getting that piece straight, so just wait for it. I'm going to use the tweezers to pull that out. And there's a little piece of scrap. No wonder the other one didn't want to go in there. Okay, I'm going to turn it so we can read what it says. Just, there it is. It's a Kame, K-A-M-E. Maybe it has a little hashtag over the E. Not a hashtag, an apostrophe. 1.5 punch. Okay, because it doesn't have any printed words on there. I wrote that on there with if I use the term magic marker, would you know what I was saying? Sharpie. So we've got our tabs. Tab with a B. We inked around them, and then we're going to glue it on. Trying to center-ish it. I'm an eyeballer. Stuck it underneath our little tuck spot. Looks pretty good. Might have should have gave a little more thought to all that before I glued all that down, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. And the second one, trying to center-ish it. Ishmael. Let's put a little more ink on there. Dull back. That one's got a green leaf on it, and I'm like, dull that back just a little bit. So now, I think Kathy used coffee or tea dyed tracing paper, which is a fun alternative. Just saying. I happen to have, which some of you know, I got a heck of a pack of vellum paper as clearance. A whole pack of them. It had over 100 sheets in there, y'all. For what was it? $2.99? No, I don't know. $3. Let's say $3 because I don't remember them. Anyway, this is one of them. So I thought, well, I want to put white cardstock behind it so we can see the pattern on the leaf because it's a leaf vellum. Leaf printed. It's printed. Oh my gosh. Words again. Y'all, words again. And then when I turn it, I'm burnishing it because you should do that with glue stick. Because vellum is not a fan of wet. It tends to curl. I didn't care for it. I'm like, no, I don't like it. And I held it up to the envelope pocket. I'm like, nope, don't like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the clear. I'm going to use the clear part of the vellum. I'm thinking about my measurements here. I'm like, how much do I need? I don't know. Is that big enough? Yeah, that's probably big enough. Now, these belly bands do go horizontally across the pocket. So they're not going to be as secure as a vertical belly band would be. Okay? I don't know why I'm cutting still. But anyway, just saying. But I want to make sure I glue it down as tight as I can to the envelope pocket. This will help to keep things in it. Okay, just saying. So, we inked. You saw that, sort of. You saw enough, right? Yeah, I think you did. I did. Make sure there's nothing inside. Brushing away those crumbs. Here they go. And my pieces of vellum are too long, but that's okay. We will trim that up. So again, I kind of want it a little bit, not exactly in the center of the pocket. Okay. It's on the upper part, but looking at it from here, it looks pretty centered now, doesn't it? Gluing the one side and letting it rest. I want to try to keep it firm and tight across there. That one looks just slightly higher. Smooshing them down. They're not curling. We're looking good. Put a little ink on it. Okay. Now let's glue this side. I'm using a very thin line of glue, y'all. Do I put some weight on? Yeah, we weight on it because we got to weight on it. And the second one, go in there. Smashing them for however long I smashed them. It's pretty dry. Maybe not 100%, pretty dry. Be careful. Don't cut the side open because it's a pocket. Don't cut the side open. And yeah, scraps. Okay. There we go. Nice. I have these translucent butterflies. I think it's translucent wings is the name of the ideaology. And I'm like, well, I don't want to use the glue, so I'm going to use some double-sided tape. It is a printed butterfly. You're not going to be able to see the double-sided tape through them. Sometimes that's an issue when you're working with acetate pieces. Sometimes you can have an issue with the glue staying stuck on acetate pieces. White glue doesn't necessarily work that well on them. Okay? Long term, that is. I should say long term. That is adorable. I love it. Burnish it. Double-sided tape and glue stick. Love to be burnished. That means rub them the right way or the wrong way. No, don't do it the wrong way. So I'm burnishing that on there on the back. Taking loose the release paper. Going to flip it over. They're getting stuck to the belly band, and I made sure I didn't get too much double-sided tape to stick the belly band down. We need diamonds because it's practically a pocket law, and I'm going to use the diamond glaze for that. And I have 3 of the same color there that are together, and I'm like, that's a perfect butterfly body. And some of you may notice I did not put my thread antenna on these because I didn't want it to interfere with the belly band. Should the person that gets this in the swap, should they want the butterfly to have antenna, they can draw it on there with black pen if they want to. Don't have to, of course. But I would recommend drawing it and not using the thread. So this particular one, actually, I thought the stones or the gems were all the same color. They weren't. So that's the one I'll keep. So here's our flip-flop section, which I think is a win-win. Just a piece of ephemera inked around. Here's that fancy little envelope for my daughter. Inside I put my playing card. Yep, there it is with some little ephemera ticket thingies from the Amazons. Don't know, don't have a link. I don't know. And that's what goes under the belly band. And then here's our pocket, excuse me, in which I slipped a few little scraps because, you know, maybe they want them. I have plenty. So they're getting that. And here's our tag. As you can see, it's so cute. Look, tuck it in. Tuck it in. Ah, y'all. Makes me so stinking happy. Here's the second one, just as a quick little, yeah, that one's for me because the gems are not all the same color. Could I fix it? Probably. Will I? Probably not. So, there we go. Ta-da! Photo montage. Y'all. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the Facebook group's name, but it is listed in the description below. It is not linked, so if you're interested, seek them out. They probably have questions to answer. And I'm having fun with this. It's kind of like, oh yeah, let's do that. And I decided to film them because let's do that. Aren't they pretty? Y'all, they're so pretty. And these could go inside a pocket. They could be glued to a journal page. They could be carried in a purse just for notes or whatever. You could put your own photographs of people you know and love if you wanted to. There's no law about any of that. Here I'm just trying to show you little piece of paper tucked in those little tuck spots just so you can see, yeah, it's a tuck spot. Scraps. Extras, as they might say. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Happy artin', y'all.